Kasi building eh. Alam mo, may dalawang tao akong hindi mo makakalimutan. I will mention their names. Tito Rene and Manny Gonzalez. Yan, dalawang yan. Tito Rene helped me build the community. Manny helped build the church. Amen? That's the formula. That's the formula. For me, I never talk about money. Hindi si Manny, Manny. Why? Because my homilies are enough to inspire people to give. Tama?
Yes.
Because people here are intelligent enough to connect the dots. You know what connecting the dots? People here are highly sophisticated, intelligent, and educated. That they know that help building the church is not only being part of a community, but helping building the church. And I'd like to share the 7 secrets with you, because that is a second agenda. If there is consecration on Saturday, then the consecration must be for you to consecrate yourself for the good of this parish community. And therefore, be leavened for the good. Be leavened for the good. Because the good is the root to God. You see, there are 3 roots to God. What are the 3 roots? Number 1, there are people who take the root of truth. There are people of learning, there are people of study, there are people who teach. Number 2, there is what we call the good. The goodness in people, the kindness. Your social services and development group, your COPA. Yan, sinimulan. Alam mo, sasabihin ko, sinimulan yung kopang yan dahil sa isang obispo na nilapitan ako during the consecration of the church. So you would know, So you would know. Ito naman nagsimula yung kopang yan. Yung obispong yon, I don't know him from Adam. He attended the consecration with the other bishops. His name is Bishop Atabiado of Maasin. Leyte. Tama? And when he attended, he went to country club because that is where the foundation held the dinner after the consecration here. And he was seated. Sabi niya sa akin, Gerry, ako hindi mo kilala. Bishop, ako may sulat sa iyo. Ano po yun? Kasi alam mo, nagpapatayo ako ng isang simbahan sa isang napakahirap na lugar sa diocese namin, sa Maasin, St. Augustine. Ay baka, alam mo, nakapagtapos ka na naman ng magandang simbahan, matulungan mo ako. Sige po, Bishop. That was the inspiration. I mentioned that to Tito Rene, to George, to Zig Sumsho. They were the elders of the community. They flew to Maasin. And the rest is history. We adopted 15 poorest parishes. Ang focus is not helping the poor. It's helping build their church. Klaro? Yun ang popa eh. And that galvanized the community. People share a slice of their poverty. I use that phrase. A slice of their poverty, not a slice of their wealth. A slice of their poverty to help build the church. That is the beginning of COPA. And I'm very happy that up to now, sabi ko si Gamaliel yan eh. You know Gamaliel? Gamaliel said, if it is of God, it will endure. If it is of man, it will die a natural death. Tama? Remember, that was in the Acts of the Apostles. They were saying, if it is of God, then be very careful because you will run against God. But if it is of man, allow it to grow. It will die because it is only of human effort. But it has survived. It is really God's inspiration. Now, first, successful parishioners believe in the adventure of being Catholic. That sense of identity. Don't be embarrassed to claim that title. I'm Catholic. I'm Catholic. I have a universal perspective. I have a global perspective. You know what Catholic means? It means universal, yes, but it means this. Here comes everybody. Here comes everybody. No bigotry, no prejudice, no borders. That's being Catholic. Yung mga graduates dito ng St. Teresa's College, what did the Blessed Foundress say? Louis de Meister. Sabi niya, let your hearts be as big as His so that the whole world may find room in it. That's being Catholic. The adventure of being Catholic. Next, number 2, believe in other parishioners. That's very important. It's not only this group, but other groups in the parish. You know, I lost this letter. One community of born-again Pentecostal in the village, the pastor wrote to me a very affirming letter during my pastoring. I cannot find the letter anymore. Affirming because his members would come to the church to listen to my homily. And he said, you're doing a wonderful job, Father. And I just want to say to you, because your homilies are so rooted in the Bible, my members speak highly of you. You know, that really made my day. I could not forget that. That this pastor of a born-again fundamentalist community would write me a letter affirming the work I am doing. Ganito eh, nasabi ko rin sa mga kapatid na pari eh. We know too well that we live in very uncertain times, right? Number 1, I never name names in my homily. Number 2, you talk about issues in the homily. But see to it that your facts are clear. Number 3, you present nuances in your homily. Not black and white, but allowing people to think critically so that they have something to talk about after the Mass. What does that mean? In depth. In depth. We should believe in other parishioners. And that is so important, that perspective, that no single group has a monopoly on the truth. Ulitin ko, no single group, I will add, no single priest has a monopoly on the truth. Claro? That is why you have a parish pastoral council. And the parish pastoral council must not be a cordon sanitaire for the priest. I say that. If I need to be corrected, you tell me to my face. But tell it to me nicely. Tama. I don't want you to use social media to criticize me. Give it to me straight. In fraternal correction, in charity. Tama. And that's important. Do I need to be corrected? Tell me. Tell it to my face. The harder the truth, the truer the friend. Alam niyo yun? We believe in other parishioners. So that even those who disagree with us have reasons why they disagree. And we need to listen and reach out to them. the more we should reach out to them. Next, number 3. Successful parishioners see the parish as the spiritual epicenter of their life. In other words, everything revolves around the church. What does that mean? That number 3 tells us that parishioners trust the parish. And trust is very important. I trust this community. I trust this church. I trust the leaders. Yes, there are certain, gusot here, rough edges, but we can tolerate. We can understand. We can fill in what is lacking. The spiritual epicenter of their life. Next, number 4. Successful parishioners do not always have to win or be right. Hindi laging tama. Kailangan. Not even compromise. But what is that? You know the word today? Build common ground. Build common ground. How can we build common ground in which all opinions matter? What is good about what is working? I will tell you this, pretty much dito homogeneous group middle class, upper middle class, and the rich, But then in my parish, the 4 old parish chapels, in the extreme left, are really very poor. Very poor. So what do? Tilt the gravity of the resources to them. So there, I was able to get Ateneo Law School to have monthly legal clinic. Legal clinic. So law students would go there, counsel them. Kaya some of them, may mga kamag-anak ko, they have relatives who are behind bars, but they don't have money to get a good lawyer. What else? We have what we call the labor desk. Why? Because we're very close to labor desk and assistance to drug rehabilitation. Pero sabi ko, dumating sa akin yung police. Sabi sa akin, Monsignor, we need your help. Sure, what can I do for you? Please join us in the Tokhang. Okay. Tokhang is katok, usap. Yun ang kahulugan, no? Katok, usap. In other words, they have identified in every barangay suspects of drug users or drug pushers. Ito ho, yan. Okay. They're all our parishioners. Yes, Monsignor. So we need you. Okay. I have a question before I will cooperate. Sabi, sure, Monsignor. Kami lang dalawa. Sabi niya, sabi ko, is the drug dependent sick or is he a criminal? Okay. Gets niya? So sabi ko, okay. Kung sick, let us bring him to a doctor, a therapist. Let us spend money. If he is a criminal, put him behind bars. But in those two choices, there is nothing about shooting. Clear tayo, sir. You choose. Sick, criminal. Sagot niya, sick. Very good. I will cooperate. I will tilt the gravity of the resources of my parish to assist you. So in my parish, no EJK. Plus the fact that the mayor is really against EJK. Makati, wala yan. 2 places lang naman ang laganap ang EJK. Caloocan and Bulacan. Pero sa akin, wala. So, nagagano na. So, sabi niya, Oh, Monsignor, sick. Okay. Alam mo, trabaho talaga ng parish priest, ano ba yun? Leakages. So I need money for rehabilitation. Thanks be to God. Rotary Club of Makati offered, Monsignor, we have funds for the Sunlakbay program. We will give the money. I thank you. Very good, very good. What does that mean? Grace abounds when we do linkages. This is what I call building common ground. It should not be what? A polarized community. I will tell you, there are two names of the devil. Did Father Sekia tell you? What? Ano sa pangalan? Diabolos. Diabolos means one who separates, one who divides. Think of a being that is so intelligent to the nth degree, but tilted towards evil. That is the diabolos. And he is out to divide. So when you see families divided, communities divided, companies, corporations divided, that personalized evil is present. The church is under siege. Now, number two, the second name, Satanas. And Satanas is what? It is the accuser who accuses us with lies. So when there is accusations, allegations, envy, pride, jealousy, and gossip abound. That is why Pope Francis has been talking about the evil of gossip. That is of the accuser. Stop that. In other words, be on guard. Because the diabolos knows our weakness. Hindi nyo naramdaman? What did Pope Francis say? At the end of the rosary, you must include two prayers now. Subduum Presidium, we fly to your patronage. And second, prayer to Saint Michael. Why? Because the church is against dominions and powers greater than itself. So we need to be under the standard of Jesus because we are in spiritual warfare. Ito nangyayari ito, nakikinig kayo, humanda kayo pag-uwi nyo. You're of the light, the devil will do something.
Hindi na po kami uuwi.
Ano ba yan? Tinakot na naman. Hindi talaga. Pero ang sa akin, we have already won. Why are you afraid? Jesus is victorious. Amen?
Amen.
Amen.
God is in control. Amen?
Amen.
And are proud enough of the parish to represent it well. Tama? Pag tatanungin ka, taga saan ka? Hindi naman sasabi taga-Ayala, Alabang eh. What do you say?
St.
Where do you live?
James.
St. James. Oh, di ba? Eh, doon nga sa akin. Sabi, Monsignor, we're just visiting. Oh, where do you come from? From Padre Pio. Oh, where? In Batangas. Oh, gano'n. Gets nyo? There is that sense of ownership identity. Tama? Okay, next. Are not members but disciples. Are learners. Okay. Make 5 concentric circles in your notebook, ladies. 5 concentric circles. You know what a concentric circle is, right? Anong ganun? Sabi nitong grupo yung ganun.
Below.
Oh, little children, make the first circle. What is the first circle? Yung nasa loob nun, Christ. Okay, yung first circle ay Lay leaders. Lay leaders, members of the Parish Pastoral Council, iano ko na para sa inyo, St. James the Great Parish Foundation. Yan.
Jesus Christ.
Yan. Okay, yung second naman. Second circle. Active parishioners, members of organizations, members of ministries, yung mga lectors, lay ministers, choir, Mother Butler, ano pa? Welcome. May Legion of Mary?
Yeah.
May CWL?
Yes.
May ano? Children Ministry, ano pa? BEC, yun. Second yun. St. James Renewal Movement, yun. Second yan. Pero kasama dun sa inner circle, yung Council of Elders. These are the lay leaders eh. Second na yon. Third circle. Third concentric circle. Regular Sunday Mass goers. Meron ba nun sa akin? Di ba ganito rin? What time do you go to Mass? Yung part of your habit.
10 o'clock.
Okay, so have your own Mass. Doon sa akin, basta 7 a.m., Misa Pro Populo, may Mass. The old people are all there. Kasabihin ko, eto na ang aking mga kaberks. My berks. The most beautiful people in the world. Yun, mga lolo, lola, yun. Yan talaga. At sila, creatures of habit, you know, Lola Inyang, since then. Pag may nakaupo doon, sasabihin niya, alis dyan. Diyan ako. Tatayo yung bata, lilipat. Parang binili na niya yung upuan na yun. Huwag kang uupo. Pag 7 a.m. si Lola dyan. Gets nyo? Di ba ganun din kayo? Pagsisimba, gusto niyo yung lugar na yan. Kahit na sasabihin ng mga ushers, yung mga ushers ko, tawag doon 3-in-1. Member sila ng apostolada, konfradiya, at ushers. Sasabihin nila, Nanay, doon po tayo sa harap. Ayoko! Dito ko! Okay na ako rito. O sige, dyan po kayo. Kaninang umaga, style ko. Namimiss ako ng weekday mass, style ko. Mga lola, nakakalat. Okay. May I request everyone, request ko naman, we are ending the liturgical year. Can I ask all of you to come here in the sanctuary? All of you, come here. Please, nanay, lolo, lapit ko. Ganun sila. Hindi sila gumagalaw, nakagalaw na sila. Ano? Gagalit yata. Nay, parang awa mo na, lumapit ka rito. So lumalakad sila, Diyos ko, tagal. Bumabalik sila, tapos sanctuary na sila. Yun. Ano yun? Puro matatanda. Alam nyo, kaya tinawag ko kayo kasi ito ang huling misa sa liturgical year. Gusto ko malapit tayo sa isa't isa at kay Jesus. Sabi ng isa, paano ako luluhod? Sabi ko, hindi na po kayo luluhod natin. Sa consecration, ilagay nyo ang kanang kamay sa kaliwang dibdib. Ganun na sila. Tapos sa communion, babalik na sila. Ano? Ama, yun ang third. Mga regular. Mga fourth, ano yung mga fourth? Mga parishioners na luli. Lulubog, lilitaw. Yan ang luli. Makikita mo yan, sisimba-simbang gabi. Pasko. Ash Wednesday. Immaculate Conception, nandun yan. Pero hindi sila Sunday Mass goer. Tama? Yan ang seasonal Catholics ang tawag ko. Seasonal. Mas magandang pangalan, Luli. Lulubog, lilitaw. Yun. Isa sa mga lulubog, lilitaw doon sa akin. Hindi, sa poblasyon nakikita ninyo kapag mahal na araw may mga kubol, nagpapasyon doon. Okay? Miyerkules, Santo ng gabi hanggang Sabado de Gloria. Yun. And then, pinakahuli, lapsed, those Catholics who left the church. But they're still part of the church. They became part of the born again. They became this, they became that. One time, sabi sa akin, Monsignor, yung magdalong two old people there sa isang chapel, their son kasi became born again, so they're not coming to church anymore. I think they joined them na. Sabi ko, I will pray they will come back. Sige, Monsignor, let us see the power of your prayer. Yes, they will come back. Hello, they were out for 5 months. 2 Sundays ago, bumalik. Oo, nung nag-misa ako, nandun sila, sabi ko, Nay, Tay, salamat. And then sabi niya, ay, Monsignor, ako'y pinalaking Katoliko. Ako'y mamamatay na Katoliko. Sabi ko sa anak ko, maghulos daily ka. Eh, walang sakramento dun eh. Puro na lang palakpak ang ginagawa. Ganito, palakpak sila. Pero masaya ka ba sa amin? Oo, Monsignor. Basta dito na, ikaw kayo na po asawa, ang may-ari ng bubuan. Saan yan? Sa San Fabian. San Fabian. Ang nagpatayo ng San Fabian is Mayor Yaput. At ang nag-bless doon si Cardinal Shea. May history ang bawat chapel ito. At yun ay air condition. Mga chapels doon, aircon. Yung iba, ventilador. Okay, disciples. Yan, number 7. Believe in the power of prayer and the Eucharist. The parishioners are very prayerful. Are you prayerful?
Yes.
You know, how many here are over 60 years old? Raise your hand. Yeah, very good. Mas maganda pa ng tanong, how many here have senior citizen card? Ganda niyo. Ako napapagkamalan, kakain ako. Sabihin sa akin, Father, ano yun? May card po kayo. Di pa ako 60. Sa kabila ako sa BPI, kapila ako. Di ba doon merong ano yung taking your number? Eh mahaba yung pilang yun. Sabi pa naman sa akin, nasa likod, Senior, doon kayo sa senior, oh. Nakakasal ka. Di ba ako 60? Eh, okay lang naman, oh, sa dami ng puti ng buhok mo, yun na lang ako kayo, nakakainsulto ka na, kanina ka pa. Dito ako, ayoko lumipat doon. Hindi parang awa nyo na doon, na kayo parang mabilis tayo. Yung malaki special lane, ano? May special. Hindi naman, nasabihan ako, magpakulay ka na. Nung kumain kami sa Mamu ba yun? Steak, 3 pare. Nung magbabayad, sabi ko, ikaw na magbayad, yung assistant ko. Dumating yung waiter. Sabi akin na, Mons, ano yan? Nahiya po ako tanong, ano ba yun? May ano ba yun? Ano ba yun? Yung 2 pare, tawa ng tawa. Mons, may sasabihin yun sa'yo. Sabihin mo na, may card po kayo. Anong card? Yung senior ko. Bakit ka 60? Uy, magandang maging 60 sa Makati, ha? Hindi na ba maganda? Maganda? Yung libre pelikula, libre. Yung mga senior ko, yung mga 3-in-1, makikita ko sila, oh, kumusta na kayo? Yung senior, naduduling na kami, nagmatatlong pelikula na kami. Hindi na malaman kung anong kwento nung una. Ha? lalabas kami, may kwento na naman. Nag-uusap kami, halo-halo ng kwento yung tatlong pelikula. Kaya wala kayo magawa. Mag-visitation of the sick kayo, tumigil kayo. Pero sabi nila, mag-enjoy naman, Monsignor, lagi na visitation of the sick. Mga Legion of Mary yun. Okay, proud to be Catholic. Okay, very good. O, huli na. May palalabas tayo, 2 plus 2. Okay, panoorin nyo ha. Sabihin nyo kung anong palagay nyo din sa pelikulang yan. Yan ang huli. Alas 12 na. Hintay na ako. Okay. Yan. Panoorin nyo.
این درس اول امروزه 2 برابر 2 مساوی 5 حالا تکرار کنیم 2 با 2 میشه 5 2 با 2 چند میشه؟ 5 میشه بلندتر 2 با 2 چند میشه؟ 5 میشه بلندتر چند میشه؟ تکرار کنیم 2 با 2 چند میشه؟ 5 میشه
مگه 2 با 2 4 میشه
من دارم بهتون میگم 2 با 2 5 میشه پس توی سوال نیست فهمیدی؟
فکر که
فکر نکن نمیخواد فکر کنی 2 با 2 5 میشه حالا بشنو بزن دفترتون رو باز کنید و بنویسید 2 به علاوه 2
2 برابر 2 میشه 4 وقتی همیشه 4 میشه چطور ممکنه این 5 بشه؟
اصلا کی بودش درست داد؟ به چند امروزی سوال ببریم؟
آقا من خواستم بگم
2 با 2 5 میشه تکرار کن
ولی آقا رضا
تکرار کن
2 برابر 2 میشه 4 حتی ببینی که 4 میشه
تقصیر نگاه کن
حتی ببینی 4 میشه چیزی نمیگی
چون نخواد تو برگردم
چکشی بابا میخوای امروز درسه بدادیم ولی ازم میشه میگم به درس در میاره
این دانش امروز فکر کنم اصلا بهتر میداره خیلی دوست داره بگو بدم بزن 2 بوده چند میشه؟
آقا رضا 4 میشه آقا
شنیدی؟ باورتون میشه؟ این دانش آموزان از ممتازترین دانش آموزان مدرسه‌ان الگوی این مدرسه‌ان یه ذره از اینو یاد بگیرید ببینم 2 بوده چند میشه؟
آقا اجازه 5 میشه آقا
آفرین میدونی بزن حالا حاضر جمعه میشه جواب سریع کسی درس امروز نفهمیده باشه؟ نگاه کن. ایرانی بیرون. دفتراتون رو باز کنه بنویسید. 2 علاوه 2 مساوی 5. همینطور که بنویسید تکرار کنید. 2 با 2 چند میشه؟ 5 میشه. چند میشه؟ بلندتر چند میشه؟
5 میشه.
بلندتر چند میشه؟
5 میشه.
بلندتر چند میشه؟
5 میشه.
چند میشه؟
5
2 با 2 5 میشه. تکرار.
Okay? I want you to think about that because the third concentric circle is country. We live in a world in which there is hunger for a number of things. Number one, hunger for food, hunger for justice, hunger for truth, hunger for freedom, understanding, above all, hunger for God. Weave these together. In the end, people are hungry for God. Just to share with you, I have been to Dubai, Oman, and Qatar. I was invited there by the bishop to preach their annual retreat. He wrote the cardinal. Cardinal said, "Would you like to go there?" I said, "Yes, that is mission, Your Eminence." I went there. And there, Filipinos are practicing the faith very much because of their hunger for God. I was told that during Simbang Gabi last year, or 2 years ago, the Simbang Gabi is at 8 o'clock at night. How many people attended? Simbang Gabi started December 15. 35,000 Filipinos. So the decision of the parish priest who's Indian, there's an assistant who is Filipino, they're Capuchins. Sige, let's install morning mass at 4 o'clock. In-install 4 o'clock mass. Filipinos don't go home anymore, they sleep. 35,000 pa rin sa gabi. Sa umaga, 24,000. So hunger for understanding, freedom, justice, food, love, they all revolve around God. And God, the God of the Judeo-Christian tradition, is a God that reaches out. So last is, how then do we respond to these very